Right, interesting stuff from Bruce Arena about the appointment of Mauricio Pochettino. The former US coach had this to say: "I'm sure our coach is a very good coach, but coaching international football is different than club football. If you're an American coaching a US team, you know the culture, you know the pride, you know how important the national team is. When you bring in somebody from outside, they don't understand it, especially in our country because we're so different. If you ask me, we lack pride when I'm watching, and I'm shocked. I'm shocked we can't beat Panama and Canada." Interesting stuff there from Bruce Arena. Certainly not pulling any punches. Don Hutchison focused. We'll be hearing from Don in a moment.
I didn't know the Bruce Arena's agent was the producer of this show.
What,
you piping on about it all bleeding day.
Do you think Bruce Arena would know someone who would be better as the coach instead of Pochettino?
Well, I'll be honest, we were talking about this. I actually, not that I have a great interest, but I actually think the better appointment would have been Jesse Marsh, who's managing Canada.
Right.
Doing a good job. He might not be everybody's cup of tea. He might be a little busy, but he's got good experience, both here in the States.
And the argument is, look at Pochettino. He took Spurs to a Champions League Cup final. Look what he's worked with people at PSG.
Yeah, but listen, Pochettino, I've not seen a lot since that Tottenham. And that Tottenham job was great. And since then, if we've been honest, been bang average. Right? He clearly doesn't know the players and what their capabilities are. I don't think he's really buying in, no matter what he says in interviews about, and utter nonsense. 10 years' time, we're going to be this, we're going to be that. How about winning some games now? I think the much better appointment would have been Jesse Marsh. Maybe I'll be proven wrong over the longer time. But the early signs are...
So basically, resume to resume, Pochettino is head and shoulders above Marsh, but because Marsh is American, that is the game changer for you.
Well, his resume is well above him because he's had more opportunities.
No, he's had more opportunities, he's a better coach. That's why.
Not necessarily.
Oh, Craig, come on.
No.
Come on, that's ridiculous.
No.
Jesse Marsh and Pochettino, you're saying just because Pochettino had the chance at bigger clubs, that's why he's more successful? So if you put Jesse Marsh in charge of Southampton, he would have done the same job as Pochettino did?
Oh, I can't remember.
Well, that's the reason. That's what Pochettino
I'm just saying Jesse Marsh, I think, would have been a better fit.
Because he's American. No, that's all right. You can say that.
No, it's not because he's American.
But that's exactly your point,
Don't get in some stupid argument with me because you didn't want to talk about this in the first place.
No, I'm saying
Jesse Marsh would have been a better fit.
It's okay for you to say it's because
I don't care about Americans. I don't give a toss.
You do. This is the whole point.
I do not give a toss.
If you were building a team, you wouldn't say, I want Jesse Marsh to be in charge of it, not Pochettino. The reason you're saying it is because he's American.
I would. And it's a bit like saying, let's go and get Jose Mourinho. He's done it all. His resume is better than them all. He would do great with America, with the USMNT. No, he wouldn't. He would not. I personally think Jesse Marsh is a better fit to coach this US men's national team than Mauricio Pochettino. And the early signs are that is correct. Nothing to do with being American.
It's everything to do with being American,
Why?
Craig, and it's okay to say that.
No, it's having that.
That's why Jesse Marsh is even in this. This is a man who got sacked at Leipzig.
Yeah.
Who was he? Got sacked at Leeds.
Yeah, that was a tough job.
But the only reason he's even in, we're having this conversation is because he's American. We haven't plucked this name out of the sky to compare against Pochettino.
Yeah, but he was managing before he got the Leipzig job. Where was he before that? He was in
Austria.
Yeah, that's right.
Salzburg.
And did a very, very good job, right? The point is, the biggest names with the biggest resumes are not always the best choice. That's my point. I think they would be further ahead and would have a better chance going into the World Cup in 2026, gone down that route than gone down the route they have gone down. I just firmly believe that.
Given Jesse Marsh's record with the Canada national team, I guess it's easy to suggest that Jesse Marsh would have been a better fit. But that boat had sailed. When they renewed and Berhalter, Jesse Marsh became the Canada national coach. And so that option certainly was off the table. So now the US men's national team have to figure things out. But talking about Bruce Arena's statement, I don't understand it on a number of levels. One, Bruce Arena is kind of the godfather of US soccer, kind of given how long he's been in it. His involvement at every single level, starting at college coach, all the way up to the US men's national team. I don't understand what he's getting out of making this statement. I also feel it's desperately flawed in that he uses the losses against Canada and Panama recently as a kind of test as to why Pochettino, being non-American, was the wrong choice. Panama being coached by a Spaniard, Canada being coached by Jesse Marsh, an American. Again, I think the whole statement kind of implodes on itself as a result. So added to that, I think I'm right in saying that the US has missed out on one World Cup since they qualified in 1990. They were hosts in 94, and that was in 2018. Bruce Arena was the coach for that final run-in. If they had beaten Trinidad and Tobago in Trinidad in 2017, they would have qualified. Bruce Arena is an American, so the one time they miss out is with an American coach. So there's a lot to this that I think you don't have to dig that deep. You don't have to look that hard to just find it kind of disingenuous from Bruce Arena. And disingenuous from somebody who has absolutely no need, gains nothing by making a statement such as this.
Don, you were coached by a German when you were playing for Scotland. Did it make a difference?
Yep. But evokes? No, not at all. I think Bruce Arena's bang out of order. I mean, why does he think that the Americans are the only nation or the only country that's affected by the culture? I mean, every single manager that's won the Premier League or been success in the Premier League have all been foreign. So it doesn't matter what culture you've got. You get the best man for the job or the best woman for the job. It doesn't really matter. I think he's coming from a strange place. I mean, what happens if Ancelotti takes the Brazil job? Are they going to say he failed because he didn't get the culture? No, because he either didn't do a very good job or he didn't get the best out of his players. So I'm not entirely sure why Bruce Arena's using culture is the reason why America are doing so poorly. Maybe the players are just not good enough. Maybe when you put that group of players where you look at them on paper, and to be fair, there's lots of very, very good American players, but maybe they haven't got the stomach for the fight, or maybe they haven't got the stomach to try and learn something new. Pochettino, we don't know because we're not on the training ground, might be trying to issue something different, but the players might not be willing or good enough to take it on board. So I don't buy the culture one.
There should be something in place. I mean, I feign interest in this, but there should be something in place, really, where it's like playing for your country. And managing your country should be something similar, where you have to have, you know, an affinity with that country in terms of bloodline. That would make it a lot, for me, simpler. If you want to manage Scotland,
right,
you want to manage England, you have to be English. Trinidad and Tobago, you have to be from there. America, you have to be from America. That would simplify it, rather than these countries going out looking for the Holy Grail, coaching the best of the best and getting the same results. Look at England.
Yes, Thomas Tuchel. You didn't have a problem, though, when Thomas Tuchel took over.
Did I?
No. Danny Mills came out and said he should be English. You told him to shut up.
I did.
No, I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying that I think for me that would be better. That's all I'm saying.